Sawadee Kap. Hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. Today is our group learning program, and I'll be guiding you in a breathing mindfulness meditation session. Then I'm going to open up to any and all questions that you might have related to the teachings of the Buddha. Whether this is your first time here or you've been coming regularly, I'd like to welcome all of you to our class today, and at the same time invite you to join for our meditation. I'm going to be doing some chanting to ease us into the meditation. I'll provide you some guidance once we get in the meditation. Then there's going to be a period of time of quietness where we're all meditating together. Then we're going to come out of that with some more chanting. And that's where I'll just open up to any and all questions that you might have. So if you'd like to pull up a meditation cushion or whatever it is that you like to be comfortable when you're meditating, I'll go ahead and get started with the chanting, which you're welcome to join in on. And then I'll come back in with the guidance after that. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Mahakava Bhutang Mahakavanhang Apivateyami Savakato Mahakavata Tammo Dhammang namasami Supatipano mahakavato Savaka Sangho Sanghang namami Namo rasa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo rasa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo rasa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Iti piso mahakava arahang samma sambuddho Vicacaranang samuno Sakato rokavitu Anutero purisa Dhamma sati satatawa Manuasarang Bhutto Bhagavati. Okay, with the lower body and hands and arms comfortable, and the upper body erect, just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath, a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder that whenever you get to the next inhale, breathing gradually through the nose, developing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose, experiencing the full breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breath well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Mahakeva Bhutang Mahakavanang Apivateyami Savakato Mahakavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Mahakavato Savaka Sangho Sanghang Namami Namo Arhasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Arhasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Arhasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Iti piso Mahakava Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vicacaranang Sammuno Sakato Rokavitu Anutero Purisa Dhamma Sati Satatawa Manusarang Bhoto Bhagavati. Okay, if you guys would like to slowly make your way out of meditation. Once again, welcome to all of you guys. Nice to see everyone in class today. If you guys have questions about anything related to the path to enlightenment or anything you'd like to discuss, even about your own personal challenges or meditation or any aspect of clarification that you might need, you can ask questions by putting that into Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom in the comment section. I'll be able to see that. Or in Zoom, you can electronically raise your hand, unmute your microphone, and ask any and all questions that you like that way. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Okay, it looks like maybe Ted or Kristen have questions. Go ahead, guys.
David, it's really just a comment. I have trouble finding the discipline to meditate consistently. We try to get. We don't try. We get on here twice a week, but and every time I do meditate, it's like, this is great. Why don't I do it more? I just don't. And I know that I suffer from lack of practice. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a magic pill or a word of encouragement that could put a little fire under my butt to do a little bit more, but I can't seem to find the willingness to do it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, please.
So this is where the mind needs to be able to learn how to do things based on wise decision making rather than craving, desire, attachment, because that's typically how the mind's making its decisions, based in longing, yearning, wanting, craving things, chasing things. And the mind typically is doing that or it swings all the way to the other side where it's dull and sluggish and lazy and complacent. So the mind needs to come to the middle where it's applying the enlightenment factor of energy and right effort. That enlightenment factor of energy is where you have enthusiasm, ambition, you have vigor, where you show initiative. You need to arise that in your mind. There isn't a magic pill or anything like that, or a magic button. You got to apply right effort to arise that energy, that effort, that initiative, that vigor, that enthusiasm. It's like when we were children and our parents were trying to motivate us to take a shower and a bath, we didn't want to do that either because we were hanging on to all these sensual desires. We were playing toys, we were watching TV, we were eating ice cream and chocolate. Last thing we were interested in doing is getting in the bathtub to take a bath until we started seeing the benefits in it on long term of using the bath. It wasn't until we were like 10, 12, 14 years old that we started deciding to do that regularly without our parents asking us about it. So you're going to need to arise this energy, understanding that your mind's holding on to these central desires, not wanting to let them go. And mom and dad aren't around anymore to tell you, come on, Ted, you got to meditate. You got to take a shower. You got to brush your teeth. You got to comb your hair. They're not around to do that anymore. You've got to be a big boy and you've got to apply effort and energy to do it. Nobody can do it for you. And then as you start doing it for an extended period of time, then you can see the benefits. And then there's kind of more of a willingness to do it. One thing you can do to help yourself is to set kind of like mile markers and put rewards in place, because the mind works really well through a praise and reward system. Just like an animal, the unenlightened mind functions this way. So right now, if you're only meditating on Sundays and Wednesdays, then what you could do is you could say, okay, Ted, get, 3 days, 5 days, whatever you think you can do of meditation, 7 days, and put a little reward there. And it's probably something that you would easily do on your own anyway, but you don't allow your mind to do it until you get to this point. Like maybe it's buy a chocolate bar, or go see some movie that you're interested in seeing, or maybe going to play pickleball. Maybe I know you enough. You can't play pickleball until you get 3 days or 5 days of solid meditation, right? Don't allow your mind to go do that. I don't know what frequency you play that, but nonetheless, you understand the theory here and the way that this works. And then once you get your goal met, now you extend it. You take it to 10 days or 12 days or whatever it is, and you keep extending that more and more and more, and you give yourself that little bit of a reward, because now there's a built-in incentive for you to go do that thing that you really enjoy, that thing that you really are interested in doing. So this is how you can kind of like turn the mind inward on itself, that says, yeah, I know you really like playing pickleball. I know you really enjoy that, but you're not getting it until you meditate. It's kind of like being the parent, right? There's like this unruly child, which is the mind, and then there's the body. And then Ted is the parent looking at the mind saying, hey, you can't go play pickleball until you get 3 days of meditation in. It's just not possible. And your mind's like, no, I want to go play pickleball. and you're like, no, sorry, you haven't meditated for 3 days straight, or whatever it is that you're looking for. So you understand how this works, and then just keep extending it from there.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I was actually, David, I was kind of thinking, without even knowing what Ted was going to ask, we just got back to Connecticut, and things are just very different here. There's a lot more going on, a lot more activities, and my mind has not been focused either on the practice of meditation. And I'm allowing all these, the essential desires to sort of take hold. I'm very, and it's like we're doing positive things and things that are necessary, but that's then sort of been pushed off to the side, for me anyway, for the last, 8-10 days since we've been back. And this is also a problem I've had, which is why I don't want to be here full time, right? And I can't blame Connecticut, and that's, it's my own mind. It somehow takes hold. And so I guess I should try those same techniques and practices that you just shared with Ted.
Yeah, all the same exact stuff. You got to arise that enlightenment factor of energy. The mind needs to be able to make decisions based on wise decisions rather than its cravings or this sluggishness. So what I was just giving Ted as a praise and reward system, it's kind of like putting the work in front of the craving that it wants, that it's longing, yearning for this thing. And now the mind's not getting it until it does the work. And this will actually help with any kind of cravings that you might have too. Like if, let's just say Ted was craving pickleball, and if he didn't play pickleball, he's grumpy and irritable. Well, this is going to help him with that craving too by doing this type of thing that I'm describing. So you kind of get like a double whammy here. You get two benefits. Yeah,
and I did notice I lost my temper a few days, but it's like on Monday. Last Monday, a week from today. And I hadn't lost my temper like that in a really, really long time. So, and I knew at the moment that it was happening. Actually, no, that's not true. I didn't realize it until after it all happened and I started to kind of settle. I immediately felt sort of sadness in the heart because I was like disappointed that I had allowed my mind to latch on to something and kind of create more of something that it wasn't really even there. It was all in my mind. And I then realized, not immediately, but sometime after, I was like, I'm back in Connecticut and I'm not working as hard as I was, before. And then I realized like there was that connection. I was like, I think I just have to stay more focused and diligent in the practice. I'm not on vacation, right, from it. And that's, I think, what happened. Like my mind went on vacation from it for the last 10 days.
Yeah, that's what the Buddha says, when he says, meditate, monks, lest you regret it later, right? Meditate, monks, do not be complacent, lest you regret it later, right? And now this is like the regret. It's like, oh my gosh, I lost my temper. Now I feel miserable that happened. So you can see how true the teachings of the Buddha are, and you just really got to get back into it and don't allow your mind to regress, because that's what it'll do. If you're not in that first stage of enlightenment, your mind will regress. And by the time you get to the first stage of enlightenment, you wouldn't allow 8 days to go by without meditating by that point, because you'll have eliminated doubt by that point. You will know with 100% certainty these teachings are leading to improvement of the mind. So there's complacency in the mind when it doesn't meditate regularly. There's doubt in the mind, that the mind has some level of doubt, even though you've seen all kinds of progress and you know that these teachings are working. There's some degree of doubt, either a doubt about the Buddha, the teachings, the community, your teacher, or your own ability to get to enlightenment. So by rising up that enlightenment factor of energy, it'll bring the mind to the middle where you can make your way forward and keep making forward progress.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, let me see if we have anything else anywhere else. Okay, I don't see any questions anywhere else. So I'll end class by just thanking all of you guys for joining. Just so you guys know, I think many of you already do, is I'm going to be leaving on Sunday from here in Chiang Mai, headed towards India for a retreat that I'm teaching for 2 weeks. And I'm not going to be teaching this Wednesday class for the next 2 Wednesdays. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send out a email and I'm going to post in our Facebook group some links for students to be able to continue their learning on Sundays and Wednesdays, because there's kind of like just a couple of classes here at the end of the group learning program that I'm not going to be teaching, but I've taught them many, many, many times in the past. So there's recordings for them, and I'm going to be leaving those links for you guys, because with me traveling around India so much, I'm not going to be able to ensure that I'm going to be in a spot to be able to teach like I normally travel. My travel schedule is a bit more predictable, so I still teach when I'm on the road, but this time I'm not going to be doing that. So the next time you guys will see me for the group learning program will be Sunday, January 4th, when I'm going to be restarting the program from the very beginning, and then I'll be going forward from there on Sundays and Wednesdays. I still have this Saturday's Polycanon and English study group that I'm going to do. And then after that, I'm not going to be doing any of those again until I actually get back in January. And we're going to be restarting that program from the very beginning on January 10th. So thank you all for joining. Thank you for your interest to learn and grow and develop on the path. If there's anything you need help with from me, you're always welcome to reach out through Messenger and all the other methods that I have available for you guys, whether it's posting in our Facebook group, whether it's asking a question in a live class, sending a private message, or scheduling personal guidance. All those options are available. So thank you again, and have a very lovely, wonderful rest of your day. If I don't see you, have a wonderful 2 weeks, and then I'll see you when I get back. Take care and be well. Sawadee-ka. Thank you again for watching. Enjoy your meditation. Look forward to seeing you online and answering any questions that you might have. Thank you so much.